quickly, I'll meet you back there.
Help! Robbery!
Help, please.
Damn, Jack! Wait!
You all right?
Yeah.
Stay here. All units, sector C. Trick robbery in progress. Police! Stop right there! Said hold it! Hold it, don't move, you're under arrest. So, did you see the victim?
Huh? What's the shot, man?
Just shut up for a second. We gotta run him over to Mercy. Kate, you all right?
Yeah, got it.
All right, listen, I'm taking the pip over to Mercy. If you see the victim, grab him.
Hey, ain't no victim.
Shut up!
Okay, item 5, robberies associated with prostitution. Now, the counteroffensive continues, people, so I'm going to be giving more half and quarter shifts on night work. Now, Sergeant Bates and Officer McBride drew a quarter this morning. Now, assuming that they continue, there's going to be room for 2 more teams. Item 6. Heights Detective Vince DiLiberto was shot to death last night in a parking lot on Portland Avenue. Assailant or assailants unknown. Now, if you hear of anything at all that relates, contact Detective Lieutenant Lewis Hamlin over at the Heights. Item 7, I got a call from Joe Coffey's sister. She wants to thank everybody for the outpourings of thoughts, sympathies, plus the scholarship fund, which they're going to wait until fall to set up. Item 8, everybody say hello to Officer Ron Lipsky from the Polk and Officer Michael Galvin. He's from Midtown. Now, I'm going to pair you two together, at least for a couple of days, till this flu situation calms down. And maybe we can pair you with more senior personnel. Okay? Yeah, welcome. Item last. This is a bulletin from Public Health. Let's see here. Yeah, the problem of pediculosis pubic has become acute in several city precincts. Individuals are indicated to inspect themselves and their personal areas for signs of infection.
Sarge, what are we exactly talking about here?
Let me finish. Failure to control pediculosis can result in puncta, lesions, and in severe cases, extreme cases, severe furunculosis.
What is pediculosis?
Or furunculosis.
I don't know. Okay, that's it. Let's go. They're getting away out there.
Maurice Haynes. Suspicion robbery.
Yeah, you got a big imagination, girl.
Right. Check out his parole status.
Hey, wait a minute now. That's personal possession.
Forget
right
about
there.
it.
Hold on. Detective Belker, line 3.
Right. Come on, walk. All right, right here. Sit, armpit. Belker. Hi, honey. What's wrong? I hear it in your voice. Something's wrong.
Captain, I need some personal time today.
Any problem?
Yeah, personal.
I'll hand over anything that needs attention to Henry.
Hey, you got her. Yeah, that ought to cut a few robberies. You loaded or something? Jackie Lowry, robbery second, and a controlled substance, to wit, marijuana. Also a couple of credit cards.
Oh, boy. Yeah. Right away, honey. Goodbye.
Oh, boy. Hey, look here. You gonna faint, man? Huh? Come on, here, take a hit of oxygen. Yeah.
Hey, Mick, you all right?
Robin just started contractions.
Mick?
Would you watch my suspect, Stan?
Sure.
Thank you.
We have a 911. Armed robbery in progress. See surplus store, corner Peebles Drive, on 24th Street.
There's a robbery. We got 2 suspects. We're holding them both at garden level temporarily.
Thanks, Sergeant.
Lieutenant, what I am simply trying to impress on you is that these profits from your house sale can be A, tax sheltered, B, rolled over.
Later, okay?
Now, given that your established pattern is real estate, what about 7 units in suburban Phoenix? We are talking Sunbelt here, Lieutenant. I mean, there are people out there to fill these apartments.
Mr. Urgis, please.
Been a pleasure. Mr. Stiles, he says nothing but good things about you. We really want to be in business.
Or maybe I could interest you in a prime massage parlor on Jefferson?
Shut up, J.D.
Hey, man with your Midas touch, Lieutenant.
Good morning, Lieutenant Goldstein.
I can't represent both of you because of potential conflicts of interest between you.
You saying she'd turn around on me?
No, I wouldn't. Regardless, I need to be free to represent any client in his or her best interest. Now, which one?
You take her, Jackie. I don't care for her attitude, no way.
Oh, it's not hard to understand, Frank. Those insurance people are old, entrenched conservatives. The commission report killed my chances for that consultancy.
I'm sorry, Chief. I wrote a letter I thought put things in perspective.
The hell with it, Frank. I'm not mad at you. Those consultant positions are a hoax anyway, aren't they? I mean, all they want you to do is read reports and advise them to raise insurance rates for blacks. Well, they sure could have used the money. I'm going to be paying alimony.
You and Coro?
She's totally rejected me, Frank. For the last 2 years, the only thing I've gotten off Cora is freezer burn.
Sorry to hear that.
It's been very hard. Women sense that I'm very much a man. But out of loyalty to the vows of marriage, I have not substantially strayed from the straight and narrow. Anyway, that's over. It's going to cost me, but I'll be free. Sorry to unburden, but I know you've been through a divorce. You know all the moves.
Maybe there's some way things can still work out?
Not the remotest chance. Of course, it kills me politically, at least for the time being. But frankly, I don't give a damn.
What about your own plans? Still tight-lipped?
I don't have any plans.
Come on, Frank. I happen to know there's a Kingmaker's lunch at the Hastings Club, and you're the guest of honor.
You're more up on things than I am. I just got the call inviting me 10 minutes ago.
Well, you're out here in the provinces. The rumor's been buzzing around City Hall for the last 2 days. The only question was, what will Ozzy do?
I don't follow.
Well, I'm sure they'll make it clear over lunch.
You say a robbery never happened at all?
I was turning a trick, all right? Maurice was there on account of the white dude was having some difficulties.
You mean the John? The John was having sexual difficulties?
Yeah. So it was going on a while, so Maurice was afraid, that's all. Hey, the dude split. They don't even have the dude, am I right?
Yes, that's right. To my knowledge, the John's gone.
So you know how come they calling it a robbery without no Vic?
I believe because Officer McBride claims to have seen part of the robbery and she's making herself a witness. Admittedly, that makes for a weaker case. Nevertheless... what?
And why they charging it?
Then why?
Because that cop McBride's mad at me. You know why?
Why?
Because after the incident, she took me down by the river, and I refused her.
You refused her?
Yeah, she wanted me, understand. I said no.
11:30? Well, barring any unforeseen mobilizations, I'll be there. No, not at all. No, given the givens, this call's a pleasure. Right.
Stand up here, big man.
You get claims of sexual harassment every other week.
And sometimes they're true.
Sometimes, more often, they're just lame efforts to beat a rap.
But there's no rap to beat here. No victim, just third-party observation of ambiguous events.
Victim may still turn up.
I want this investigated, Furillo. Or a misconduct complaint against the officers next.
Seems I'm not going to be police chief.
Oh?
Not this year, anyway. Fletcher's going to stay. His appointment with the insurance company fell through.
Is it treason to say I'm relieved?
Join the party. Also, Graham called. I'm meeting my political angels at 2 o'clock.
Big day, Furillo. Don't forget Jackie Lowry.
Stan, pull paperwork in Officer McBride's bus, please.
I told my old man they were putting me on the hill. He says, forget the new car. It's just going to get broken into. Get yourself life insurance.
You got a cop?
Second in command down at Forensics. Hi, Lipsky. You never heard of him? Sooner or later you will. Yeah, he's the kind of guy who gets roasted at all the PBA dinners. He's an old bag of wit. Are you Irish, Mike?
Yeah.
Where'd you go to school?
Aquinas.
I used to go out with the St. Mary's girls.
No kidding.
Oh, yeah. The best girls in the city are St. Mary's. Did you know Marianne Fogarty? Kathy Riley? Red hair, freckles?
Yeah, I didn't know her, but yeah, I remember her. She was pretty hot looking, huh?
Very caliente, my friend. Very. Hey, when'd you get out of the academy?
April.
December before.
Ooh, a veteran.
We got a jumper. Location is 805 Culver.
Sorry. 2205, handling. You ever have one of these, Mike? You gotta use psychology.
Lucky day, huh, Tommy? Hey, Greed, give me a jump. What do you mean? You got nothing to be nervous about. You ought to be buying drinks for everybody. Your troubles are over, aren't they?
How do you think that?
The man's dead.
Oh, come on, let's not get morbid here.
You know, it wasn't easy, but I tried hard to believe you.
What are you talking about?
I tried, and I figure my efforts are worth something.
Don't cat and mouse me, Greed. I don't go for that.
Just couldn't tough it out, could you, Tommy, huh? You just got restless and you went for it.
Wait a minute. Giliberto, you think that was me?
I know it was you. You're finished, Tommy. You're a busted valise. Come on, I'm hearing you say this. I'm thinking, are you okay? Or have you started barking at the moon?
You're gone, Tommy. You're on memory lane.
Hey, you and I talked. You said DiLiberto was going to let this turn to steam. You think after that I'd whack the guy?
No, I didn't think so, but you did it. Now I feel kind of responsible.
Oh, what? All of a sudden you're IAD?
I'm worse. I was your friend. I tried to help you and you dumped all over me.
You're crazy.
I gotta get involved in this.
Involved how?
I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do, Tommy.
Hey. Wait! Guido!
Hey. She wants to talk to you, man.
Liar.
She doesn't. I'm not a liar. She's on the phone. I can't get the phone on the ledge, man. Come on, want a cig?
I'm gonna jump, man. Stand back.
Cut it out. Come on, she's on the way over here. You want to talk to her inside?
I said I'm gonna jump. I don't need her. Now you tell her that.
Now you tell her that. Tell her that. Wait till she gets here and you tell her that.
I'm gonna jump.
Calm down. Take it easy.
Calm down. You calm down.
Come on inside. She'll be there, I guarantee it.
No way, huh? I'm gonna jump.
You don't want to see her?
No. Now I'm gonna do it.
Hey, don't yank my chain. Look, if you really want to do it, do it. But I don't think you do.
Hey! Hey!
All right, stop pushing. Get back. Let the officer through. Come on, make some room here.
Did I ask you what the damn hell you were doing, officer?
What were you doing?
I was trying to keep the guy from jumping.
What I'm hearing is you told him go ahead and jump.
That's out of context, sir. I tried everything else.
What about trying to wait until the negotiating officer arrives who can bring some expertise to bear?
I was waiting. I was trying to stabilize the situation.
Oh, so you thought maybe a little reverse psychology might do the trick? You reversed the guy pretty good, officer. I want full witness statements.
I've recently come to realize who I am, Lieutenant.
You may find this odd, but so have I.
Only I've been under treatment.
My friend, I've had the purgative of profound emotional pain. Relentless series of disenchantments that has swept through my life like a flight of harpies.
The English woman?
Yes, she left me. In the most bizarre of circumstances.
She seemed very smart.
It's been hard going, my friend. But I think I'm better for it.
I think you deserved it, Lieutenant.
Yes, we're not suited as acolytes of Venus kneeling before the fleshy shrines of carnal pleasure. Do you know what kind of men we are, balanced?
Samurai.
Yes, I was going to say Spartans, but samurai is just as correct.
I know.
I'm sure that I could easily be to blame for your earlier confusion.
Yes, you are to blame, but things are different now.
Jack, we have both come through cleansing rites of passage, and now it's time to restore the previous order. Judas, don't you long for the old eater camaraderie, the stuff of barracks ballads?
I'm really ready for a good fight, Lieutenant. I know that combat can restore honor.
No question.
Rather than fail, the ninja warrior cuts off his own fingers.
Come back on board, Valentine, and we'll put your new knowledge of martial science to good use.
Hey, Mary.
Guido, I'm surprised to see you. Tommy's not here?
No. No, I just came by to see how he's keeping the coop up. My name's still on the lease.
Remember the old days? You, Tommy, Pete Finucci, playing cards, bringing girls up here?
Nah, we never did that.
Oh, yes, you did. That's why you guys all rented it. Anyway, now it's a mess. Tommy lets it go, so I'm here to clean it.
Uh-huh. So how are things between the two of you?
Okay, I guess. No. Not so good lately. What's happened? He doesn't tell me anything ever.
That's probably nothing you need to know.
But it's something. I love him. You think I'm stupid?
You love the guy. What's stupid got to do with it?
Because I'm worried. What's happening to him?
Listen, I just stopped by. I gotta go.
Why are you here? What's he done?
I don't want to get you into this, Mary.
Are you still his friend? Just tell me you're still his friend, then I'll know things are okay. You can't say it.
There's nothing I can do for him, Mary. It's too late.
The prostitute you arrested this morning has made an accusation. It's of a sexual nature.
Of a sexual nature?
She says you drove her to the dock area and there promised to drop the charges against her in return for a sexual encounter.
With due respect, sir, I think that's laughable and contemptible. She's got to be saying it to get out of the bust.
Probably she is. But you could clear up one question for me, Catherine.
What? What's that?
I've compared your log entries to Sergeant Bates's. How is it that she got back to the station before you did, even though she had to take her suspect to Mercy first?
I interrogated my suspect, Ms. Lowry, in the squad car before bringing her in. That took about 20 minutes.
You interrogated her?
Because of all the John robberies, I figured her and her pimp had to be part of it.
Where did this interrogation take place?
Parked.
Where?
On 132nd, I believe, sir.
Why isn't that entered in your logbook?
Captain, it didn't lead anywhere. She didn't say anything. Why would I record it?
Only because accusations like these crop up.
Well, I'm sorry, but what she says isn't true, and I think my recording procedures were within guidelines. Sir, may I be excused?
You'll be notified if this goes any further.
Sir, I realize it's only my second day here. I don't know what you're thinking, but this is a lousy start, and I hate it. Hey, Kate, what's up?
Lucy, a couple of seconds.
For 350
No, there's got to be 20 officers that said to a guy, jump, and then he just jumps. They just do it out of mean spite, you know?
Hey, Ranko, a man doesn't jump and kill himself just to spite some cop he's never seen.
No, I disagree
before.
with that. I think they don't like us and they just jump on purpose.
Coffee had one once. Jumper said, one step closer and I'll push you off. He said, no, buddy, one step closer and I'll push you off.
Oh, we're talking leaping Larrys here? You know, I just heard about one in the Heights this morning. This foolish first-year man. He tries out his penny ante sophomore psychology and tells his poor soul to go ahead and jump. And he did.
Oh, Lieutenant, that wasn't in the Heights. That was over here.
Oh, whatever.
Where the hell do you get off of this crap? What the hell do you think you're pulling? Answer me!
Ain't nothing to answer about.
You think this means we drop the case? You think you get out to do more robbing? Hey. You answer me, you lame piece of garbage!
The woman's going for me again.
Shut up, you!
You denying you took me down there?
Shut up, scum.
Everybody knows you want me.
The report from his doctor recommends 3 more weeks of complete rest.
Frank, I know this man. He is 100%. Listen, Frank, there's another imperative in this that has to do with me. The last year or so, I feel that I've let things slip.
I always find your work to be very satisfactory, Howard.
Satisfactory, but not exemplary. Oh, it's time for a renaissance, Frank. A rededication to the only values that have ever had any meaning to me. Molding the eaters of this precinct into the finest assault force in the city. And with Ballantyne back on the team, I am confident I can do that. Frank, it would mean a lot to me right now.
Okay. I'll call personnel.
Thanks.
Could we just sit down for a second and calm down, talk about this?
You know how long this case lasts? Just long enough to get me suspended.
Then let's just drop the case.
Drop the robbery?
Yeah, you just said it's not got a lot going for it. It's a thought. You know, I would rather lose a perp this month than another partner.
If we drop, then I feel I'm admitting something, and that's nuts, and I won't.
You're not admitting anything. It's just a lousy case.
Sergeant, I got your parole status on Maurice Haynes. He owes 6 years on a manslaughter.
Thanks. Okay, bingo.
Bingo what?
This is why she accused you, to protect him. What you saw wasn't good enough for a robbery case. It's enough to get him violated. Consorting with a prostitute, threatening a guy?
A knife. Maybe I saw a knife.
Okay, we gotta call his parole officer. If he agrees with me...
I thought to check the holding cells to see what your officers in the diligent suppression of a gay population picked up by the river this morning.
And?
Ronaldo, tell the captain what you just told me.
Delighted. To get me out of here, honey?
I'll make sure you're on the next bus. Mr. Soames was picked up in the AM sweep of the docks.
Right by where Pier 47's at. A white woman in the front, cop. Black fox in the back. They're parked there a long time.
Nick, what happened?
I don't know. I mean, it seemed like it was going to happen. You know, she had the pains. We rushed to the hospital. As soon as we get to the hospital, the pains disappeared. I don't know. Doctor said it was a false alarm.
Yeah, but everything's okay?
Oh, yeah, she's fine. Thanks for asking, Stan.
Captain! Are you pursuing the accusation against my partner?
Yes, I am.
Can I talk to you?
Yes, you may.
I know you have to check things like this out. It's just that what sickens me is the implication that just because a woman is doing what's traditionally a man's job, that she's open to be called a dyke by any dingbat out there on the street. I mean, it's stupid. It's just a crock. You know that. The percentage of lesbian cops is damn low. And Kate's never even...
Lucy, may I interrupt you? I just spoke to somebody who can place Officer McBride and Jackie Lowry in an extended conversation under the highway, directly adjoining Pier 47.
I don't believe that. I mean, at that hour, there's a lot of units down there. They coop down there. That's what the guys do.
No, that's correct. I was on 132nd, like I told you, Captain, but where it ends. At the piers.
Under the elevator.
I was doing my job, Captain, trying to close a string of robberies. I felt in a quiet place I could talk to the suspect, make her feel comfortable maybe to talk.
Why did you mislead me about where the talk took place?
I didn't mean to, sir. I mean, I know the piers are used for sex. I guess I was afraid you might misconstrue. Captain, it was on her turf. It was the best place to talk. And I wish you'd believe me.
I do, Captain. I believe her.
Frank.
Graham?
Well, you sure got your grin back. How do you feel?
Well, fine.
Good, that's great. Frank Verillo, this is Irving Hoffler, Tom Thompson of the Viking Trust.
How are you?
We were pretty worried about you, but everything's fine.
Oh, well, thank you. I still get more tired than usual, but...
Well, you just got up. What, 2 weeks now?
No, it's a month.
Hi, Frank. Jack Helsinger.
Hi, Jack.
I saw that thing on TV and I thought, oh my God, there goes our candidate.
Mr. Wells, the mayor called. He won't be coming over. He's sending an aide.
Ozzy was coming here?
Well, he should be involved. There are no hard feelings.
Not at all. He's a damn nice fellow. Actually, seems in a bit of a snit. Frank, Ozzy will be announcing sometime next week that he won't be running for re-election.
After that tragic thing with his boy, who can blame him for wanting to step down?
I wasn't aware that...
I'm sure that it took a great deal of soul searching.
Anyway, let's talk about the future.
Here.
You, Frank. Congratulations.
You are candidate.
That's you, Frank. Oh, Ozzy asked me to convey that he's very glad that it's you. He's glad he won't have to support a candidate not of his own choice.
I haven't accepted anything yet, Stan.
Listen, I've been Ozzy's chief of staff a year, and in my experienced opinion, and Ozzy's, you will.
There's also a little matter of getting elected.
Ozzy was embarrassed to come and talk to you himself.
Embarrassed? Why?
Because he was summoned here by the suits outside, who treat him like a dog. Because he's being ousted.
Ousted? I thought he decided himself he didn't want to run.
It was decided for him, Frank, not by him.
How much power do those guys really have?
You mean you worried they might start telling you what to do?
If they do, I wouldn't be able to accept it.
Frank, look. Ozzy's got some exposure, all right? Some things he wouldn't want found out. But he has been an effective mayor. And you could be. But don't you ever expect the people who put you there to ever let you forget they did it. They're men who remember. Does that answer your question?
In a way.
Don't let it worry you, Frank. It's something you just learn to live with. Anyway, hey, Ozzy sends his best, huh?
Hey, Lieutenant. Captain. Social call?
Didn't think so.
Can I close this?
Sure.
So what do you got on DiLiberto?
Very slick, probably professional.
Who's on it?
You know, Hamlin and Stein, the best I got.
Yeah. And you know me, Bob. I'm not a guy that ever runs to the principal, but I got to tell you what I know about Donahue Reed DiLiberto.
Meaning what?
Donahue whacked him.
You know that?
It's been coming on. Tommy came running to me about a week ago, says DiLiberto's been creeping up on him.
Creeping up on him, why?
Tommy put his arm around some evidence, and DiLiberto's building a case.
DiLiberto never talked to me about any in-house charges.
It was real. I talked to him, and you know how Vince was. He never said nothing till he was ready.
Well, get Hamlin and Stein in here.
No. This is for your ears only.
You mean we're talking one of your hunches here?
No, I know he did it, Bob. I don't have the evidence, but I know he did it. Now, I figure somebody better get him off the street.
Where'd you go? I took a walk, getting a little claustrophobic. Can I talk to you for a second?
Okay.
Someplace
I've reviewed the material on the jumping incident. I'm sorry, but it warrants notation.
For sure, sir.
You'll give PBA notice of your appeal rights.
Lieutenant, no disrespect intended, but we were waiting for you 15 minutes. Where were you, sir?
Where was I?
Yes, sir.
I was downstairs on my way up when the guy landed in front of me.
While you were out, Lowry filed for review board. But really, that's kind of standard procedure for the PD's office. Just want to protect their clients.
Lucy, I didn't do it. I didn't offer anything.
I told you I believed you. I still do. I was just surprised.
I'm saying this for your own sake. I don't think you should go on defending me on the ground I'm not a lesbian.
Oh?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Well, I don't want to pry, Kate, but are you saying you are?
I don't think it has anything to do with anything except what it is.
I feel a little bit fooled. I mean, I went in there for a little to talk to him, and some of the things I said, and then it turns out that you did go to the pier, and then it turns out...
Don't say that, would you?
Plus, that was a lucky guess on Lowry's part, huh?
Lucy! You don't know what you're saying. This is my job! Think! Would I jeopardize my job? I guess I already have. I guess I've done that pretty good.
Okay. Like we were saying, the pimp's the one we gotta lean on, huh? We lean on him, then he leans on her. You wanna try it?
Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay.
Sergeant?
Yeah?
Who's the guy, if the call came in on the jumper, is supposed to give it to the lieutenant?
Check with Melvin. Something wrong?
This is going in Ron's jacket.
On that set of facts?
Look, I know it was bonehead.
It wasn't bonehead. You were out on the ledge.
Well, I'm just going to check to see if somebody flubbed giving Lieutenant the call, because if you ask me, that's where there's fault.
Yeah, check with Melvin.
Thank you.
Listen close now, Maurice. Even if you could shut my partner up with your running mate's story, we still found the credit cards on Jackie.
What about that?
What about that is that one of those credit cards probably belonged to the guy you were robbing, and that's the guy that's going to put you away regardless of my partner.
Hey, wasn't robbing nobody, okay?
Tell your girlfriend, Jackie, to stop lying about the molestations and the propositions.
Hey, I wasn't there. Was you?
Last call, Mo. Otherwise, we're out there digging up the John.
John, ain't no John.
Boy, are you stupid.
You hump. Hey, that's somebody's chair.
My partner.
Now, you watch your language.
I'm on suspension. Khaki told me how you snuck in to see your Janie, and I'm on suspension.
Get out of here, Donahue.
You're going out of your way to make trouble for me, Gweed. I can't let this go.
What, are you threatening me? You think this is an Irish wedding? Beat it.
How could you, Gweed? I was your friend.
That's good, Tommy. Anytime you use that word, keep it in the past tense, because I don't want no confusion. Now get out.
Stolen 2 weeks
It's
ago.
a gas card.
Thanks.
You don't run gas cards?
What are you? Line 3.
Got it. Sergeant Bates. Reported stolen this morning. Staying at the Marquis. Great. Malcolm, thanks.
The Marquis.
Yep. Okay. George J. Mallory, huh? It was the Visa card. I know it. He's from St. Louis. Stan, hold on to our prisoners, will you?
Yeah, right.
Norm? A minute. A few moments ago, Heights detective was here.
Yeah, Donahue.
What do you want?
Personal thing.
Did it have anything to do with the Di Liberto homicide? Heights asking for information?
No, nothing like that.
I don't like surprises, Norman.
Well, he won't get any. I got some paperwork. Can I get caught up?
Excuse me, did you handle a call this morning about a jumper on Culver?
Yes, sir.
Who did you give it to?
Lieutenant Goldblum. He takes them.
And did you give it to him right away?
As soon as he was off the phone. He was on the phone for a while.
Thank you.
I'm ready for duty, Lieutenant.
Oh, my God.
What?
Valentine.
Do I shame you?
No, just stay calm.
Pick the one that offends you. Any, except the thumb. Come here to say!
Remember us, Mr. Mallory?
Not exactly.
Maybe you were too busy pulling up your pants.
Sir, we risked our lives this morning getting the people who were robbing you. Then you split on us.
I'm sorry. I am sorry about that, but I had conferences scheduled all day long, and I knew I couldn't afford the court appearances.
Well, now that your busy day is over, Mr. Mallory, maybe you could just come down and sign a complaint.
No.
You'd really help us out.
No. I'm sorry. I'm going back to St. Louis tomorrow night anyway.
Okay, then just give us an hour.
We just need the threat of you to get one of those people to confess to something.
Look, I'm due at a reception in an hour. Really, I'm from out of town. It is my choice, last I heard.
Yeah, see, the only thing about that, Mr. Mallory, is you go back to St. Louis and we still got a case and we still have your address. We're going to send a subpoena to your home.
No.
Or call you up. If you're not at work, ring you at your house. Could you leave a message for a Mr. George Mallory? We're trying to reach him as a witness in People versus Jacqueline Lowry, charged with prostitution and robbery.
You wouldn't.
Mr. Mallory, that would be our job.
One hour?
Well, now, that could end up being 2, but that only would be because of rush hour traffic.
You should have kept your pants on, George.
Captain, those amended reports are on your desk.
Who's this?
John from this morning. I'm trying to shed some light on events.
Mine, this one?
Do it.
Would you stay here with the sergeant, Mr. Mallory?
Is Garcia available for a radio call?
We're doing a kind of reverse lineup here, Maurice. See that guy over there?
What guy?
That guy by the desk, starting to fill out complaint forms.
I'd never seen the man before.
Hey, White Johns all look alike, I know. But see, that's the guy you hit on this morning. And you've got between 5 and 2 minutes to come up with an alternative, or he's gonna put you back in Harrisonville.
Say what?
Oh, you don't understand me. We checked with your parole guy. And with a victim, your chance of a violation goes up from 60% to 100.
Go away.
Your choice, fella.
No, I will not pay the closing costs. They wanted the damn place. They can pay them. And my moving costs.
Sir, could I ask you about something?
Sure, what's that?
A khaki officer told me it took him 5 minutes this morning before he could alert you to the situation on call.
Because you were on the phone, sir, about your real estate or something.
You mean so it's my fault the guy jumped?
No, sir. But without those 5 minutes, you would have been there.
I gotta tell you guys, I think that's one of the lamest, dumbest excuses I've ever heard.
Oh, I don't think it's that lame, Lieutenant. Could we talk privately for a minute?
Sure thing.
I'd like to see Lieutenant Buns.
Can we put away ranks here, Lieutenant? Because I gotta know what's going on.
What do you mean?
I've known Officer Lipsky a day, but he seems to me to be a hard-working, pretty courageous guy. So why are you sandbagging him?
In fact, Stan, it was your khaki who failed to inform me that we had an emergency situation.
Oh, now you're getting me real mad, blaming everybody except yourself. What's the matter with you the last couple of days? You feeling guilty about making a profit on that slum of yours? Now you can't stand it?
That's out of line.
Don't you out-of-line me. I hear you yelling on the phone about money like you're embarrassed that you got a break. I've known you 2 years, and I've never seen you put a mark on a guy. So you talk to me about being out of line when you stop taking out private crap on my men. Your dough got you in a funk, Lieutenant? Why don't you give it away? Give it to some black people. Well, I bet Bobby Hill will take it. Neil Washington?
So he wants you to say that you were with him, huh?
I'd do anything for him, but I can't lie. I'm not good at it.
Listen, you got anybody, a relative, friend, anybody that lives out of town?
My mom lives in St. Paul.
Good. Here, you get on the bus and you go see her, right?
Just leave him?
He asked you to commit a crime, Mary. Perjury. It's a felony.
You won't tell him I told you about it.
Just get on the bus and visit your mom, all right? There's nothing you or me or anybody can do for Tommy now.
Impossible.
Tick-tock, officers. Sergeant Bates, Officer McBride. Guy wants you.
The pimp?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on, just... So what's up?
If things lighten up for this woman here, what happens then?
What do you mean, what happens?
Case go away?
We already told you no.
Well, I mean, at least the dude disappears, right?
It's a good chance.
Hey, I don't need good chances.
Okay, he's a goner.
You gonna talk to your lady when we bring her up here?
No need.
How's that?
Hey, look, I told her what to say. I mean, I told her what to lie, okay?
Get his statement.
Ron? Mike?
Lieutenant.
I'm pulling that jacket entry, Ron.
Lieutenant.
Short answer is I should have got there in time.
I appreciate the rhythm, sir.
You had gets going out there.
Man, you'll have to calm down.
I've lost a couple guys myself.
Hey, Lieutenant, heard about your squad. Nice going. Next time, let me bind with you, all right?
All right. Night.
Hi, Henry. Oh, Henry, what happened with your house?
Sold it. Cleaned up. Donald Trump of the Hill.
Henry.
Small bout of self-pity. Small bout of missing some jokes. And I've been thinking a lot about Gina. Is he here today? Well, Stan straightened me out about a couple things anyway.
Herb also had a semi-automatic handgun that was
Lucy? What do you think?
About what?
About what you learned about me today.
Well, I don't know. I guess different strokes, you know.
Do you think we should still be partnered? I know this is just temporary, but...
Why not?
I don't want any implications coming up for your sake.
There's not going to be any implications. I mean, I'm not going to tell anybody. There's no reason anybody should know about it.
You stood up for me today. Thank you.
You know, there is one thing I'd like to say to you, just as a sergeant. You are what you are, and you're a cop. Don't be taking suspects down to the pier.
Other cops... No, that's dumb. You're right, forget it. I'm not other cops.
Good night, Kitty.
See you, Sarge.
I have seen so much weakness, such levels of betrayal and deceit as would break the spirit of a lesser man. But fortunately, I recognize adversity for what it is. You see, my little puppy dog, I'm only being tested. I am certain that all that has happened is but the overture to enormous sweeping changes that will soon engulf my life. If only I knew what they were. Perhaps you know. My one and only friend. Tell me. I love you. Yes, please. I love you.
It ain't gonna work, Donahue. It won't go down. If it's a matter of you or me, it's gonna be you, don't you know that? We know. The things I gotta do just to talk to you. Come on, let me buy you a drink.
Yeah, sure.
I'm hiding in the dark. You're hiding in the dark. Just like when we were kids, remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, come out, the fuel, come out.
All right, you first. Hands up under the lights.
You got it. Here he comes. Big as life. And here I am. Ready or not.
You're really dumb, you know that, Tommy? Just a dumb Mick.
Yeah, I know. What am I gonna do about that? Am I gonna die?
Don't look good, Tommy.
Think you can get me a priest? You know how my mother is.
I don't know. I'll try. I'm a police officer. Somebody call 911.